Have you ever started a project without a plan? I have. It's a common scenario, isn't it? We get excited about an idea and we just dive right in without thinking it through. We think, how hard can it be? But often we find ourselves in over our heads. Once I thought I could build a bridge over a stream in my backyard. It seemed like a straightforward task. I imagined a quaint little bridge, something out of a storybook, arching gracefully over the water. I could already see myself walking across it, enjoying the view. No blueprints, no sketches, just enthusiasm and some spare lumber. I had a pile of wood, some nails and a hammer. I thought, this will be a piece of cake. I didn't consider the engineering, the weight distribution, or even the basic principles of construction. Guess what? It wasn't pretty. The bridge I built was a rickety, unstable mess. It looked nothing like the elegant structure I had envisioned. Instead, it was a collection of mismatched planks barely holding together. I could see the flaws, but I was determined to make it work. The bridge swayed, wobbled, and ultimately, well, it took a dive. One day I stepped onto it and the whole thing collapsed into the stream. It was a complete failure. I stood there, soaked and defeated, realizing that my lack of planning had led to this disaster. It was a hilarious disaster that taught me a valuable lesson. Even the simplest tasks benefit from a little forethought. I laughed at myself, but I also learned that enthusiasm alone isn't enough. You need a plan, a strategy, and sometimes a bit of expert advice. Life, my friends, is far more intricate than a backyard bridge. We face challenges and decisions every day that require careful consideration. Whether it's our careers, relationships, or personal goals, we can't just wing it. We need to think ahead, anticipate obstacles, and prepare ourselves for the journey. We face decisions daily that impact not just ourselves, but our families, communities, and even future generations. The choices we make ripple outwards, affecting those around us in ways we might not even realize. It's a heavy responsibility, but also an incredible opportunity to make a positive difference. We need a blueprint, a guide to navigate the complexities of life and build something lasting. Just like a well-constructed bridge requires detailed plans and precise execution, our lives need direction and purpose. Without a clear vision, we risk building something unstable and unsustainable. Where can we find such a guide? In a world full of information, it's easy to feel overwhelmed. We seek advice from books, experts, and sometimes even the internet. But not all sources are reliable, and not all advice is applicable to our unique situations. The answer, my friends, lies within the pages of the Bible. It offers timeless wisdom, guiding principles, and a foundation upon which we can build our lives. It's not just a religious text, it's a manual for living, providing insights that are as relevant today as they were thousands of years ago.
The Bible is more than just a book of stories. It's the inspired Word of God, a treasure map to a life filled with purpose and meaning. Within its pages, we find wisdom, guidance, and the principles that can help us navigate the complexities of life. It's not just a historical document. It's a living, breathing guide that speaks to us in our daily struggles and triumphs. When we open the Bible, we are opening a dialogue with the Creator, who has a master plan for each of us. This divine handbook is filled with lessons on love, faith, perseverance, and yes, planning. And guess what? It emphasizes planning. From the creation story in Genesis to the detailed instructions given to Moses for building the tabernacle, the Bible is replete with examples of meticulous planning. God is the ultimate planner, and He encourages us to follow His example. Planning is not just a mundane task, it's a spiritual discipline that aligns our actions with God's will. When we plan, we are essentially saying, God, I trust you with my future, and I am willing to take the steps necessary to fulfill the purpose you have for me.
Proverbs 16:3 tells us, commit your work to the Lord and your plans will be established. This verse is a powerful reminder that our plans are not just our own, they are part of a larger divine blueprint. When we commit our work to the Lord, we are inviting Him into our planning process. We are acknowledging that without His guidance, our plans are just empty ambitions. But with His blessing, our plans become part of His grand design. This commitment requires faith, trust, and a willingness to let go of our own agendas in favor of His perfect will.
That's right. God, the master planner Himself, wants us to plan. He has given us the tools and the wisdom to create meaningful, purposeful lives. But planning is not just about setting goals and making to-do lists. It's about seeking God's direction in every aspect of our lives. It's about being intentional with our time, our resources, and our talents. When we plan with God in mind, we are aligning our lives with His divine purpose. We are saying, God, I want to live a life that honors you and fulfills the destiny you have for me. He doesn't want us stumbling through life reacting to every curveball. Life is full of unexpected twists and turns, and without a plan, we can easily become overwhelmed and lost. But when we have a plan, we have a roadmap that guides us through the challenges. We can face obstacles with confidence, knowing that we are not alone. God is with us, guiding us, and helping us navigate the difficult terrain. Planning gives us a sense of direction and purpose, even when the path is unclear. He wants us to seek His guidance, define our goals, and create a roadmap to achieve them. This process of planning is not just a one-time event. It's a continuous journey of seeking God's will and adjusting our plans as He leads us. It's about being open to His direction and willing to make changes when necessary. When we seek His guidance, we are tapping into a source of wisdom that is far greater than our own. We are aligning our goals with His purpose, and we are creating a roadmap that leads to a life of fulfillment and joy. Just like an architect wouldn't dream of building a skyscraper without detailed blueprints, we shouldn't navigate life's adventures without seeking God's direction and crafting a plan. An architect spends countless hours designing, revising, and perfecting the blueprints before construction begins. Similarly, we need to invest time in planning our lives, seeking God's wisdom, and making sure our plans align with His will. When we do this, we are building a life that is not only successful, but also meaningful and aligned with God's purpose. So let's embrace the role of a master planner, guided by the ultimate master planner, and create a life that reflects His glory.
Remember Noah? God gave him a colossal task: build an ark. This wasn't just any ordinary project. It was a divine mission, a lifeline for humanity and the animal kingdom. Imagine the weight of such a responsibility. Noah, a man of faith, was chosen to carry out this monumental task. He had to build a vessel that could withstand the most catastrophic flood the world had ever seen. The ark had to be sturdy, massive, and capable of housing pairs of every living creature. It was a challenge that required not just physical strength, but immense faith and trust in God's plan. Not just any ark, mind you, but a vessel capable of weathering a world-altering flood. The ark had to be built to precise specifications to ensure it could endure the turbulent waters and protect its precious cargo. Noah and his sons worked tirelessly, day and night, cutting wood, hammering nails, and assembling the massive structure. They faced numerous challenges, from gathering the right materials to ensuring the ark was watertight. But through it all, Noah remained steadfast, driven by his unwavering faith and the knowledge that he was fulfilling a divine purpose. Did Noah grab his tools and start hammering? Nope. He didn't rush into the task blindly. Instead, he sought guidance and waited for instructions. Noah knew that this was no ordinary construction project. It required divine wisdom and precise planning. He spent time in prayer, seeking God's direction and clarity on how to proceed. Noah's patience and willingness to wait for God's guidance were crucial in ensuring the success of the mission. God provided him with a detailed blueprint. This wasn't just a rough sketch or a vague idea. It was a comprehensive plan outlining every detail of the ark's construction. The blueprint included precise measurements, materials to be used, and specific instructions on how to assemble the ark. Noah studied the blueprint meticulously, understanding that every detail was important. He shared the plan with his family, ensuring that everyone was on the same page and knew their roles in the construction process.
Genesis 6:14-16 lays it out. The ark's dimensions, materials, even the number of doors and windows. The instructions were clear and specific, leaving no room for error. The ark was to be made of gopher wood, with rooms inside and out and covered with pitch to make it waterproof. It was to be 300 cubits long, 50 cubits wide, and 30 cubits high, with a roof, a door on the side, and lower, middle, and upper decks. These precise details ensured that the ark would be able to withstand the flood and protect its inhabitants.
Noah trusted God's plan and followed it meticulously. He didn't deviate from the instructions or try to take shortcuts. He understood the importance of following the divine blueprint to the letter. Noah's faith and obedience were unwavering, even when the task seemed overwhelming. He knew that God's plan was perfect, and that by following it, he would ensure the safety of his family and the future of all living creatures. And because of his obedience, he and his family, along with the world's creatures, were saved. The ark became a sanctuary, a place of refuge from the devastating floodwaters. Noah's faithfulness to God's plan ensured the survival of humanity and the animal kingdom. It was a testament to the power of divine planning and the importance of trusting in God's wisdom. Talk about a testament to the power of divine planning. Noah's story is a powerful reminder that when we trust in God's plan and follow His guidance, we can overcome even the most daunting challenges. The ark stands as a symbol of faith, obedience, and the incredible things that can be achieved when we align ourselves with divine purpose. Let's fast forward to Queen Esther. She became queen in a foreign land, but her heart yearned to save her people from a deadly plot. Did she rush in, guns blazing? Not quite. Esther, guided by her wise cousin Mordecai, devised a strategic plan.
She carefully chose the right moment to approach the king, fasted, prayed, and rallied her people to join her.
Her methodical approach, fueled by courage and faith, led to the salvation of her people and a glorious victory against evil.
Planning isn't about controlling every outcome. It's about aligning our hearts with God's purpose. It's about taking that leap of faith, knowing that God will guide our steps.
Proverbs 19:21 reassures us many are the plans in a person's heart, but it is the Lord's purpose that prevails.
We plan, yes, but we also trust that God is sovereign. He sees the bigger picture, and He promises to work all things together for the good of those who love Him. Romans 8:28. Planning isn't just about big, life-altering decisions. It's about the everyday choices that shape our lives.
Want to eat healthier? Plan your meals. Want to spend more time with loved ones? Schedule it in. Want to grow in your faith? Carve out time for prayer and Bible study?
As the saying goes, failing to plan is planning to fail. But when we plan, when we prepare, when we seek God's guidance, we equip ourselves for success, both in this life and the next. Imagine your life as a magnificent cathedral. Each decision, each action is a brick in its construction. Without a blueprint, you might end up with a chaotic jumble. But with a plan, with God as your architect, you can build something truly extraordinary. So, how do you get started? Pray. Seek God's guidance. Define your goals. Break them down into smaller, achievable steps. And then, my friends, take action.
The Bible is your blueprint, filled with wisdom, guidance, and encouragement. Don't let life pass you by without consulting the master planner. Start building your life on purpose today. If you enjoyed this message, please like, share, and subscribe to my channel so you don't miss out on more inspiring content. And don't forget to click the notification bell to be alerted whenever I post a new video.
Remember, you are not alone on this journey. God is with you every step of the way. Trust in Him, plan with purpose, and watch as He unfolds His incredible plan for your life. God bless you immensely.